In today's video, I'll be showing you how to make this wither skeleton killing farm over here. So stick tuned and let's get started on building this farm. This farm is going to allow you to get wither skeleton skulls, and it will be good for making a lot of beacons or just selling it to your friends on your server. So let's get right into it. Okay, so as you can see, I found myself a fortress over here, and we're going to be going through one of these cross sections like this one over here, what has a little structure around it. As you can see, there's already a lot of mobs around it, so I do recommend you building it on one of the cross sections. For just easier access, you can kill off all of these mobs so that they won't interrupt you as you're building. But next we'll get started on just breaking all of this down over here. This whole structure has to go like so. Once you're done, you should be left with something looking a little bit like this over here. Okay, after that, what we're going to do is super simple. We're going to be going around and breaking these blocks over here on these corners, as you can see. We're gonna break these ones as well, and then we're gonna be bringing these guys out over here so that we have this little square shape over here. It's just gonna give us a little bit more space so that we can put a little farm in here and we can fit comfortably over here. Okay, so when your square is done, we're gonna come and find the middle of our square over here and build 2 blocks up like so. We are then gonna grab our half slab and place one on the top over here, and then we'll go around the bottom over here. So the second block is here, so we'll go on the bottom of the second block and we'll place a couple trapdoors in like so. Please move, Mr. Wither Skeleton. Thank you. There we go, and you should end up with something a little bit like this over here. Okay, so now when this is done over here, we're going to grab our walls. You can use any types of walls over here, and we can place them in the corners like so. We'll place them in the front over here, and then we'll connect all of these up together like this, and it's going to make this nice little pattern over here, as you can see. After that, you will place a piglin over here in the middle like so, and as you can see, the wither skeletons are already aggroed on this piglin over here, and this is good because this is going to make the farm itself. Okay, so now we can come to this side over here. As you can see, these guys are aggroed on this little piglin over here. You can pick any side of this farm. What we're actually going to be doing is we're going to take one of these walls out, and we're going to do a little 4-5-4 block over here. If these wither skeletons could move, that would be amazing. And there we go, that's what we'll do. Just make a little hole over there for all of these wither skeletons to drop in. Now the next step before our little piggy despawns, we're going to actually name him quickly. I'm just going to name him Bob, but you can name him whatever you want. And we'll chuck this name tag on this piglin over here like so, so that he doesn't despawn in the future for me. Okay, let's move on to the trident killer. Okay, so once you cleaned out a little area over here in front of your piglin, you'll come down, you'll crouch down and place a couple trapdoors over here and another 2 over here as well, and we can close them nicely down. This is going to allow our wither skeletons to just fall quickly into this and die, hopefully. After this, we'll come down into our little hole over here and we'll dig 1, 2, 3 blocks down. We're actually going to hollow all of these out by 3 blocks over here so that we have this nice little drop. This is why we put the trapdoors in as well, so that mobs think that this is a whole block and they can just go over it and fall down into the trident killer. Okay, so after that, we'll come down over here and we'll break these 2 blocks over here and another 2 over here as well. We'll break these blocks as well, and we can get these ones out as well. So now that you have this little nook over here, we'll actually be placing a double chest right over here. As you can see, that's over here for me. There you go. You can see that a little bit nice. And now we can get our hoppers over here, and we can crouch down and we can place a hopper over here going into that chest, another 3 going into each other over here. And this is going to be our little collection system over here. What I do recommend doing is actually just hollowing this out as well underneath this chest and placing another double chest over here. Especially if you're AFKing over here at this farm, it's going to fill up with all the swords and coal and other stuff pretty easily. So just having that second chest underneath is going to help you a lot. After that, what we can do is we can just build this little platform out like so. We can cover this up, And what we can do just for some easy access over here is we can get rid of you, Mr. Blaze, and we can fill these blocks in like so over here. And we can either place it like over here, but I think what we're actually going to do is we're going to move the scaffolding one up and just have some scaffolding up over here so that we have a nice easy access to our farm underneath. We can cover this up so that we don't get jump scared. And here we have our little AFK area over here. So I'm just going to also quickly fill that in as well with a half slab. So over here, there we go. Now I can open all of my chests up over here. Okay, so now what we're going to be doing is actually making the Trident Killer itself. We're going to get rid of the stupid little blaze over here. First things first, we're going to actually break this half slab I placed down. We're going to be crouching down and placing a piston over here. We'll move one block over, as you can see. We'll be placing another piston over here. Move one block over, place piston here, and then move another block over, place a piston over here. You should have something a little bit looking like this over here. After that, we'll come down here. We'll get rid of this little skeleton, and we're going to break a couple blocks now. So we're going to start by here. This is our little AFK area over here. So we'll break these two blocks and this one over here, these two blocks, this one, these two, this one, and these two. This is going to give us easy access to our pistons over here, as you can see. And next up, we're going to go in and place down some redstone torches over here on our pistons like so. Gonna quickly place them in. There we go. And now once we are done, we're going to grab some observers over here and we're going to place them in a way that they're facing the redstone torches over here. So we'll crouch down, we'll look at the redstone torch, and we'll place a observer like so. Crouch down, look at the redstone torch, place one over here, and then the same as here. So you should have something a little bit looking like this. Okay, once you're done with that, we can kill these guys off again because they just keep spawning in. We will block all of these off over here like so. And we're actually going to go back to our AFK chamber over here. So downstairs, if we come in here, what we can do is, if we really wanted to make this efficient on space, so we're just going to leave this out over here. So what I will do is I will just place a half slabs over here. Then now what you can do is you can come in, you can access your little AFK area down here. We're actually going to break this block and place a half slab like so that when you're AFKing over here, you can suck up all the XP. And then it will be easy because now you have this small little space over here where you can go down. It's one little layer just to AFK, and then the second layer will lead down to the double chest system over here. So that's actually going to be super efficient. We're going to quickly grab our lever over here. We're going to place it down on over here. And once we pull it, the pistons should lock in. So now when we do it again, the pistons should move around. So that's good. If it does that, then that's totally fine. So we'll come up to our little area over here. We'll just kill off all of these mobs. Now we're going to get our trident. This trident can be any durability. It's not going to break in this farm in the trident killer. So if you have a very damaged trident, then you can just place it in this farm. It will be a-okay. What we're going to do is we're going to break this block over here. We're going to come down, crouch down, face that observer over there, or that piston over there. And we're going to pull back our trident and we're going to aim it and shoot it onto that over there. As you can see, that's it basically for a little farm over here. And how this farm actually will be working is if I get a couple wither skeletons over here, and I just place these guys down over here, and they'll come in, they'll get aggroed on this piglin over here. They'll come in and fall into the trident killer, as you can see, and they'll get killed by the trident. What I also do recommend for you guys who want to get a lot of heads, we have one of these on our server. It's actually my sister's farm. She has it for herself, and it is performing very slow. So we do have an AFK account there 24/7 for her, but even though we have that account there, it is super, super slow. So what I do recommend is just going and copying this design and putting it on the intersections over here, say, and having just another like somewhere around these intersections as well. And then we can place your AFK accounts somewhere like in the middle with like a box or something. Like you can build up a box over here for your AFK account or your main account, depends if you have an AFK account or not. And you can box it in like so, and then this whole place will be loaded basically, and all of these farms will be generating for you, because otherwise if you just have like one farm, if there's like multiple bridges like this and you have one farm, it's not going to be as efficient. At least that's what we found while testing this farm. But if you just come down here and AFK and you just want to get a couple heads for yourself, I think it will be totally fine. If you guys enjoyed this little farm video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe on the channel, and let me know in the comments down below what other farms I should test out for you guys. See you guys in the next farm building video, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye bye.